Good morning. It's a good morning because it's not raining. We're supposed to get rain and thunderstorms later on, but right now the fog is burning off. We just got the egg layers moved. They are loving the new fresh grass. Azalea is waiting to get milk. I'm out of breath because I just pulled. That's better, this 10 by 12 chicken cat tractor up the hill. It is a good morning workout, that's for sure. Azalea's mooing because we've been separating her from her calf at night so we can get all of the milk from the morning milking, or you can get more milk in the morning milking. That is Cookie mooing, saying, hey, I want out, I'm thirsty. So we're gonna milk her in a minute, but these chickens are loving this fresh grass this morning. Gina and Olivia have been working on their cheese making skills, their butter making skills, their ice cream making skills, which all this stuff is delicious to be trying. So we have some whey right here and all the good deliciousness. And this morning, the egg layers are gonna get them. And the best part about that is it takes some of their feed they don't need. So grain wise, being out on grass, they're gonna get even more of their feed from pasture and bugs. This is gonna make their eggs delicious, which in return will give us a better breakfast, and all of the other foods will taste more delicious. So I'm gonna give it to these ladies and see what they think of it this morning. Well, they really seem to be enjoying that whey. It's mixed in with some carrots, looks like some apple cores and a few other things. I think it's delicious. Some of the ladies have some bald spots. That's because we have a couple of too many roosters in there. So come harvesting season for the meat birds, we're gonna call out some of the roosters because we only need one. Then the ladies' feathers will start growing back. The reason why they're missing feathers is because the roosters have their favorite ladies and their claws on top of them. Yeah, it doesn't do good for the ladies. We're down here again today working on the site work for our concrete pad for the new workshop we're going to be building. We're not supposed to be getting any rain till, I don't know, I think like 1 o'clock is what they're saying. So they're out right now getting a load of crushed gravel. I'll get this one spread and they should be here shortly. It'll be interesting to see how far we can get. We're supposed to be getting 1/2 inch of rain today and 3/4 of an inch of rain tomorrow. So I think whatever we can get in today before the rain comes is what we'll get done. And then after that, we're gonna have to call it quits for the rest of the day and then for a few more days till it dries up because we're pushing it as it is. And then we're supposed to have some nice weather, at least 5 days of nice weather. So that should help dry everything up. And then we can hopefully kind of just contour everything to keep everything rolling away. And then maybe at that point I can set final grade and we can start getting everything formed up. And then we still have to do some stuff. We're trying to figure out the heat. I think we're gonna do PEX in the concrete floor and then be able to heat it that way because that's how we're doing the house and it has been working awesome. All right, before I get too far ahead of myself this morning, I need to get the transit out and set up and start checking grade. And then that last stake I had to take out so that way the dump truck can get by, set that back in place for the grade so that way we know, and I can eyeball it and we can get it pretty close with this rough stuff. I just want to check it and make sure it's right on still. So that's good. Okay, so that is good. Over here, right there's spot on. This is probably gonna be a little high. That's actually gotta go down, so that's good to know. We can drag this around, get this lower. I think we can pull some of this that way. All right, let's see how we're doing. A couple inches low there. All right, the biggest low spot is back here. The biggest high is here. So if we can get some of this, material back this way, I think we'll be good. All right, so this material right here, I want to put around the outside so that way we'll have like an apron for driving on so it's not muddy while we're working. So we had to dump it here, and this is actually the lowest spot, so if we have the extra, we can leave here, and then I'll just push it off after final grading. And I have some outer stakes set up, and that's for the 10-foot apron. All right, I just had to grab the �ＴYM and clean up the road. I didn't show what it looked like before. I probably should have. It is getting rutted up right up there from the dump truck backing in, but I don't know when he's gonna be back. I'm thinking it'll be any minutes. I just wanted to get that done quickly. I know it's gonna look bad once he backs back in again, but I wanted to kind of get it smoothed out so that way it won't be worse. It'll be worse than what it is right now, but it won't be worse than what it was, if that makes sense. So I got over here done. I can't get up front any better until it dries up some. I need to just go around and check all this for grade and figure out where I need to level it off. And then we can compact the pad, and that should be good. Let it get rained on over the next couple of days. It'll settle it, and then we can kind of finish the final grade with what we need, with a little bit finer of a material. And I'm thinking the next load he brings we'll put right here. I can spread that for our apron on this side, and we'll see how everything looks once it dries out. We couldn't back the dump truck in very far because it's pretty muddy over there. And if I would have done that with the excavator, my mini excavator, it would have taken me probably an hour to do that. So I figured if he threw it with his big excavator, now I can go over there with the mini and kind of level it out nice and quick. So it's kind of convenient having both sizes of equipment around. All right, now let's see what we can do with the mini excavator. Get that area, the apron around, leveled off, and then hopefully I can get this compact. But I need to fix up that road one more time. It's coming in. He rutted it up again, but he said doing what I did made a huge difference and it made it a lot easier for him to steer. So I'll go back up there, spread it back out, and I think the next load of gravel he's gonna put up there in that road. We'll probably need more up there, but it's a good start. And we're just trying to get some of it done as much as we can before the rain comes in. We want to get some down so it packs in, but we don't want to get too much down at the same time because we want the stuff to dry out. I want to get that all compacted before it rains. I want to get the pad leveled off, but first I want to go back up and clean up the road a little bit. I don't know when they're going to be back with another load of gravel, and I want to make sure that is ready for them. This will be able to wait. We don't have too much longer left. I just get to clean up that back corner where the compactor is. That was the lowest spot. Back drag a couple of other spots quickly and then compact it, and that'll be really close. We should be able to touch it up with some sand after, but yeah, I'm happy with the progress we're making. Believe it or not, these ruts are nothing compared to what it looked like last time. It was like 100 times worse. I don't know if you can see these big ruts over here. That's kind of what most of the road looked like all over on this area. It is just so sloppy. He's having trouble steering, and then when he does, it just kind of sinks in. The ground here is really saturated with all the rain we've been getting. So my goal is to get this nice and leveled off. We'll get some more stone on it, and we'll keep the water flowing. If you can keep the water flowing away from everywhere you're trying to work, you don't get like as much of the soft spots because it's flowing and it's not sitting in one spot. So I'm gonna get this area cleaned up, get it smoothed out. He'll put some stone down, and I'm gonna just fill in all the ruts. So that way, when we do get this next batch of rain, I know it looks beautiful out right now, but it's coming. So when we do get it, it's running and flowing away and not sitting in one spot. The old TYM and the box scraper for the win again. This road is a lot nicer. Could use a good packing, but I don't think we're gonna be able to get to that before it starts raining. We want to get down there compacted, at least the aprons. I hate to say it, but the pad area could use some rain and it'll help compact it a lot nicer. There are some areas we don't want the rain, in other areas we need it. So he dumped a load up on the road. I'm gonna go spread there with the TYM, get that spread out. I keep checking the weather. And they're still calling for 1.5 inches of rain tonight and tomorrow. So we got this all spread. I want to pack it down so it'll help shed the water so it doesn't get any muddier. It has been raining all night and all morning long. We have a little lull in the rain, and then it's supposed to pick back up, and they're calling for like another 1/2 inch. We probably got 3/4 inch so far already. We need to run to the feed store to get some grain for the meat birds. They are eating a ton of grain right now. And then I want to pick up some first cut hay, if I can find some that's not the greatest, that's long and stemmy, so we can put it on the pasture where it's bare to grow more grass. So we need to head out now, do that, and then we have a couple of things we need to get done. Well, luckily we made it back before the rain came because I didn't feel like getting wet bags of grain and hay. This hay, I don't know if I said it already, this hay we're going to be using and putting down in the pastures where there is scarce grass. It's just kind of like bare spots. I'm going to put the first cut hay down. The cows will go through it, get some roughage out of it. Not a ton of nutrients in there, some, but it is loaded with seed head, so it'll help regrow everything, and it'll put more organic matter down for the areas that are bare. And the reason that they're usually bare is because the soil right there isn't the greatest, or it got washed away in the rain. So that is what we're going to be doing instead of grass seeds, where we need new grass growing. We got a whole bunch of organic broiler grower crumbles. We got a bunch of alfalfa pellets. So we have plenty of feed. This should last us quite a while. Right now we are going through about a bag every other day, day and a half of this. We have 2 big batches of meat birds, so that'll probably even end up going up once we get the other birds out on pasture. We might end up going through a bag a day, but that'll only be for a few more weeks now. I think probably like 4 more weeks, 5 more weeks. So before we know it, that part will come to an end. Our friends over at Vevor, some using 5-gallon fuel pails to fuel up all of our equipment. And they sent us a 58-gallon fuel transfer tank with pump. So we're gonna go get this fueled up today. Haven't opened it yet, so let's see. Pump, fuel filter, our spigot, get that installed, and then we have wires running to our battery so it can power it. So the pump handle has the latch, so that's going to be nice. Supposed to pump 10 gallons a minute. Not only did Vevor send us one of these to try out, they also gave us a discount code for you guys. If you guys want to check out Vevor, if you use their code SAVEMORE5, you get 5% off any of their products. I'll have a link down below.
Well, I'm on my second attempt of cheese making. I tried mozzarella, it didn't work out. This time I'm trying to do squeaky cheese curds because, well, they're my favorite.
Well, they don't give that stuff away, but when you can hold that much fuel, it's worth it to chase down the off-road fuel and save a little bit. Works out perfect because the TYM battery is right in front. It's nice if we want to have it on the forks, we can move it around to wherever we need to go, or we'll have like a little fuel station hooked up, but this is going to be nice. And just like that, the automatic shut off, just like if you were at the gas station. That was nice. The fuel filter was not on there tight, so I have a little bit of a mess under here because it was squirting fuel out of the fuel filter. So just keep an eye on that. Make sure that is tightened up when you first get one. But other than that, man, that works slick. My plan right now is to keep the fuel tank right here. If I need it, I can put it in the bed of the truck. This has kind of always been our little fuel up station. So it is right in the general area we stopped to come and fuel up. Now all we gotta do is come over here, fuel up, hook up to a battery, put the nozzle in, and let it fill up, and it fills up fast. That is gonna be so nice to have here on the homestead. I shouldn't have to fill that up very often, so I won't be running out, filling up 5-gallon cans of fuel and then having to dump them in. So that's gonna save a lot of time and a lot of messes. So I wanna thank Vevor for sending that. If you guys are looking to get anything like that or any of the other products that they make, I'll have a link down below, and use code SAVEMORE to save 5% off your order. But that's gonna be nice. I'm thinking I'll probably wanna get like some kind of racking to set that up on, but that's what we have for now, and it is gonna work so good.
Here comes the curves. Maybe. Whoa. I want to cut it up. Okay, they're salted. It squeaks like a curd. You hear it? It's squeaky.
All right, I've never had a cheese curd before, so I have nothing to compare it to. Tastes good.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
It's pretty mild.
It's mild.
Did it squeak?
Nope.
It does too.
Didn't squeak in my
Do another
throat.
one.